Hi everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we're going to be talking about Unearth, published by Brotherwise Games. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can see our videos as they come out.
Alright, so in Unearth, this is a dice placement game, right? But unlike most dice placement games where you're using D6s, boring. This has, D6s and D4s and D8s. So you're using some of the polyhedral dice, which is really fun. Alright, so you are trying to rebuild these wonders of this ancient lost world, right? And you're rediscovering these ruins. There's a set collection mechanism to it. Let me just show you how it works. Alright, so this is going to be our starting setup for the ruins in Unearth. You basically have a deck of these ruin cards, and you're going to lay out 5 of them randomly. And then for the bottom right-hand corner here, whatever number is there, that's how many of these stone tokens you are going to put on that card. On your turn, you're going to choose one of your dice to roll. We've got the 3d6s, a d4, and a d8 to choose from. You have to declare what dice you're going to roll and what card you want to put it on. So for instance, I might say, I'm going to roll my d4 and I'm going to put it on this one right here. So I'm going to bust out my trusty dice tower here. So we rolled a 1. We'll put that on that card. Now, if you roll between a 1, 2, or 3, we get to take one of the stones off of that card and add it to our little collection here, which I'll show you here shortly. If you ever need to draw a tile off of a card but there isn't any there, you just take one randomly from the bag of stones. Collectively, as a table, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get over the number above here. So, let's say maybe the yellow player, they put down a 6 there. The green player, maybe they put down a 4 there. Whatever it amounts to. But once the combined number of the dice equals or is greater than the number at the top left, that card is then claimed by someone. And it's claimed by whoever has the highest numbered dice there. So for instance, in this scenario, the 6 by the yellow player is going to win that card. Even if the blue player, let's say, had a whole bunch of dice there, a 1, a 4, and a 2, they've got a total value of 7. It doesn't matter. Whatever one single dice is the highest value takes that card. So this is going to go to the yellow player. However, in that scenario, let's say that the blue player had those 3 dice that were lower, but it went to the yellow player as far as the actual card. For every dice that you had on that card, you get to draw from this Delver deck that many dice. So we're going to draw 3 of these cards. So these Delver cards are all different ways that you can kind of break the rules of the game. Like this one says, for instance, you can draw 2 to any, or give 2 to any die that's already on a ruin. You can give the next die rolled either a +1 or -1. You get to re-roll some dice based off of what number that you choose. There's a ton of different options there, and they all kind of help you out. So that's kind of the first thing you're trying to do, is you are trying to acquire as many of these cards as possible. You are going to get bonuses based off of how many of each one you do. So for instance, on this point chart here, if you were to acquire 1 of a certain color, you'd get 2 points. 2 colors worth 6 points. All the way up to if you're able to get all 5 of, let's say, that green one there, you'd get 30 points, which is a ton of points in this game. But in addition to trying to grab those cards, you're also grabbing those stones. Well, what are those used for? Let me show you. Alright, so as you are gathering these stones, what you're doing is you're kind of arranging them in front of you in a little kind of a tableau there. What you're trying to do is ultimately complete these different wonders. We're rebuilding those wonders using the stones that you've collected. They all have different kind of collection parameters. So for instance, the lesser wonders, they basically say just surround them by any number of colors. But the greater wonders, which are worth more points, they have to be all the same color. This Palace of Relics is, you have to be in a set of 3 and a set of 3. And there's all different color combinations, like you have to have 4 blacks plus 2 other ones in order to collect that one. So these 2 are always in the game. The other ones are shuffled up out of a huge deck, and they're randomly chosen. These do a variety of things. Some will give you special abilities as the game goes on, maybe kind of manipulate your dice a little bit. Others give you points for various parameters, so they're all different each time you play. Alright, so in this scenario, as we place our 6th and final stone, we are going to complete a circle. In that case, only thing we've matched up with is the lesser wonders. So we're going to draw off the top of that tile deck, flip it over, and it looks like we got 3 points, which is great. When you gather more stones throughout the course of the game, you're going to continue to build off of that same structure. Again, trying to surround a blank area in order to accomplish more of those cards. So as we're going through our ruin deck here, all those different colored cards that we talked about, there's going to be at the very bottom of the deck, we're going to have an end of game trigger card. So there's 5 of them, we're going to shuffle those up and choose one of them. So you never really know what you're going to get until you get to it. There are some events that happen, like maybe they might make your dice worth more or less. There's also some actual cities themselves, some of those ruins. So we've got a city of ash and a city of gold that are worth actually negative points or a whole bunch of points. And you have to place a dice each turn. So you may be in a situation where you have to put a dice on that negative card. So even after that endgame card has been revealed, you keep on playing until the last of the runes is finally collected. At that point, you do your scoring. So we kind of already talked about, all the different colors you can collect and how they're worth more points the more you get of them. You also get a bonus for getting one of each color. You get a bonus for getting 3 of those tokens, those wonder tokens, and then obviously add in your wonder tokens themselves. Whoever has the most points at the end of the game is going to win.
Okay, so this game has a really fun push and pull mechanic of what dice you're going to use for what, because you want all the things. You just want all the things, but you can't have all the things, because some of the things you need little numbers for. For other things, you need bigger number for.
We're obviously tired over here at the Ryan and Bethany household.
Okay, but my point is, I really like that. It's like a it's not like stressful, but it's that fun, interesting choice that you have to make, and I really enjoyed that.
You also choose what cards you're going to put it on.
Yeah.
What you're going for, and then on top of that, what stone you're going to take. So there's decisions all littered through this game. I really like the end game triggering of this game. So there is, a mystery card at the bottom of the deck. And is it going to be a good thing? Is it going to be a bad thing? But either way, it doesn't necessarily mean the game's over. It means this is the end game's situation that you're going to have to deal with. But it kind of, it just, I don't know. The end game is really unique and fun.
I also need to know what finger all of you guys snap with. So if you could comment below, I'm just really curious. That has nothing.
I'm a middle finger snapper.
You got to do in ring finger.
You use ring finger?
Yeah.
I think he'll do like the force finger, but I can't do that one.
Ring finger. Anyway, that has nothing to do with Unearth. I'm just curious. So I feel like this game has just enough luck to make it interesting, but it also doesn't negate any strategy as well. So I think that has kind of a nice balance, but we're going to put a pin in that.
I like the different scoring opportunities you have in this game. So when you're collecting the cards, if you really drill down on one color of cards, you can get a ton of points. But also at the same time, you want to kind of get one of each of them, because then you're going to get a bonus as well. Or if you're going to go the route of the collecting the stones and doing the wonders, then, it's the same thing. If you kind of go after that and you're able to get at least 3 of them, first of all, they're going to get points. Plus, if you get at least 3, you're going to get a bonus 5 points. So there's all these different kind of scoring opportunities. It's a point salad game, really, but like on a really small point scale. Like, it's not like you're getting 200 points or something like that. You're getting maybe 50, 40. Bethany gets 30.
What? Yeah, 30 to Ryan's 48. So anyway, so you know how I said put a pin in that? Let's take the pin out. Let's talk about some stuff, guys. Let's talk about how one of those last cards is like the City of Gold, and it's worth 5 points.
7 points.
7 points.
Maybe it is 5 points.
And you need like 21 or something.
A bunch of points.
21 or something points in order to get the card. And you put all of your dice on that card, and then somebody comes and swoops it in with a higher dice number. Only one. They only used one. It's him. This is who I'm talking about.
Sorry, not sorry.
I hate that phrase.
I know. Me too.
It's really frustrating when that happens. However, that little bit of luck, it doesn't take up too much time. So it's not like I was working 45 minutes to try and achieve this goal, and then Ryan, by pure chance, swept it out. I was working for this for 3 minutes, and then Ryan, by chance, just swept it out. But you do get like these Delver cards.
Yeah.
So if somebody else gets the card, how many dice you have on that card, if you don't get it, you get these Delver cards, which help your dice rolls later on in the game.
Exactly. So I think it's for that reason balanced.
I didn't
Except
say
for
it
in
was
the last card of the game, then it's maybe a little bit
I didn't say it was unbalanced.
not as fun. All right, so man, I've been having a good time with Unearth. I've been really enjoying this. I love dice placement games, anyways, and this just did it really uniquely and a lot of fun. The turns were just so smooth. You're just rolling and placing. Everything just really flowed, seamlessly in this game. I think the people are really like Unearth.
The people. I think the people are.
I think all of people who like dice placement games or want to try something unique with some cool art should check out Unearth.
Thank you so much for watching our review on Unearth. You can subscribe to us to see our videos as they come out. You can also follow us on Facebook under Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. You can also find us on Instagram under Ryan and Bethany. And then you can also follow us on Twitter under Ryan and Bethany 1.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.